Hello, this is Yahweasel, this is Sokobond, and that's Popful.
I'm the surprise and you're Pickle Surprise.
I disagree with everything you just said. I've got 3 levels left, so it shouldn't be more than like 6.5 hours, I think, to beat this game.
Only 6.
It's so hard. The game got really hard. Okay, so like if I break that, I can leave that there, which is probably a good thing. And if I leave that there, which is probably also a good thing, then I don't know what I just did. Now I've accomplished nothing. Oh, this is much.
Oh no, now
worse.
you're you're dipping back into your Sonic voice. Sonic has infected you.
Sonic is everything. Sonic is love. Sonic is life. Oh, shingles. That usually I figure out what I'm going to play next before I play Sokobond so I can announce it. 1 second to the list. Hey, oh, that's right. That's I announced things during Sokobond. So, yeah, next I'm gonna finally finish off Saga Frontier. It does not count as a obscure game, really, but I do owe it to myself. So there you go. Okay, well, I've just trapped myself. So that was pretty good. Oh! Oh! Oh, I found the move! I found the move! That's the move! That's not the move, though, but that's the move. Is this the move? That's the move. This isn't the move. You're not helping me a lot here, Popful.
Well, I barely know how to play this damn thing. I have a basic grasp. I have like a basic bitch grasp of the rules by watching you, but otherwise,
the first time there's been a guest on Sokobond, and he has no idea how the game is played.
I mean, I know that those red things, like they cut off the thing. I know that much when you're moving, and I know the blue things they turn you around. So the idea is just to get every one of the other doodly dads attached to every node, right?
You have to form a single molecule, so it's slightly beyond just having every node attached, because it is possible that they could form 2 molecules, but it all has to be 1 molecule.
Ah, gotcha. So to some extent, you need like a modicum of knowledge of basic physics.
Well, chemistry, but no, only to the point that you need to understand what a valence shell is, which is like chemistry 065 for like remedial chemistry.
Gotcha.
That is the sound of Popful being ashamed that he didn't know that about remedial chemistry. Oh, if I... Could I have somehow gotten that up there? Because if I had that hydrogen up there, I would be able to drag it down here, and then I would be done with this level. Could I have gotten a hydrogen up there? For anybody on videos who's... Oh, I did the thing. For anybody watching videos who is confused by why my Sokobond style seems to have changed so dramatically, basically, I decided I needed to accomplish more in Sokobond, so I'm just doing very lazy playthroughs of Sokobond and taking as long as it takes. Hey, methane! 4. Methane is the most abundant organic compound on Earth! I finished a group.
Methane.
I finished a group. Boy, these groups have no relationship to the actual groups in chemistry. Like, the periodic table is by periods, but the problem is, like, the periods are like, they're that is the periods are too big for it to make sense, and so then there are groups like metals and non-metals and such, and these have no relationship to any of that. They're just like areas. Anyway. Fountain.
World 1. World 2.
Oh, well, that was a complete mistake. That's definitely wrong. Oh, that's still wrong. It's wrong whichever way I do it. If I do this... Oh, I still can't get up. That's definitely wrong. Yes, that's very wrong. No! What? 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 Oh! No. No, that makes no sense. What? Video game? Do I need to do that? Again, contributing a lot, Popful. Thanks for being here. Oh no, because now I can't.
I mean, there's not really much to comment on.
Yeah, it's... I'm just sitting here thinking. I'm just thinking. Like this, maybe? No, that makes no sense. Like this? No, that makes even less sense. Like... No.
I mean, if we're doing, like, true Game Grumps style commentary, then, like, it's pretty much allowed to talk about, like, things that aren't
talk
really
about whatever
related to
you
the
want.
game.
Talk about anything. Just stop cursing so damn much so I don't have to go through and edit it all out.
Right. So what if I told you that in the Sonic lore Bible, Sonic actually ends up breaking the laws of physics, like, to the point where it would cause gray matter, like gray goo more or less, to show up and destroy everything?
Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds like everything I know about Sonic.
Yep. He literally goes faster than the speed of light at one point for just no reason.
I mean, this... Can I get both hydrogens before going down there? That's the question. If I do this, then I can't get past that, so that's not the way. Ew! Do I do something like this? No, definitely not!
So I'm going to point out that there's basically a fanfic based on Flowers for Algernon, but it stars Big the Cat.
Again, it's like you expect me to be surprised by any of this. But like...
Oh, I know,
yeah,
but you're clearly amused.
The Sonic...
You're clearly amused.
The Sonic world is a dark, dark place. Garth Marenghi's dark place.
It is Lovecraftian in
reference.
nature.
No, I don't think that's the solution either. The thing they do in this game, which is the same thing they do in Sokobond, so it makes sense, is they make levels that are deceptive because they look really, really easy, and then you play it for 50 minutes, and it's like, no, it's not easy at all. It's actually exceedingly difficult.
That's pretty much the nature of puzzle games in general. Like, ones that are actual puzzles and not like, oh, you gotta do all the diddly dobs in the matter of, like, 5 seconds. Oh, and also there's Mr. Kill out to stop you from doing that.
What the hell game is... like, I feel like you have a relationship with a particular game that we just heard a lot about, because that... that was not...
I'm talking about, like... I'm talking about, like, those real-time puzzle games like Mean Bean Machine.
Right. Well, and those also... So, like, there's a category of puzzle games that I would call two-player puzzle games, even when they have one-player modes, where, like, clearly the time aspect encourages there to be good two-player modes. And even, like, Tetris I would place in that category, even though, obviously, original Tetris is one-player. And I think two-player kinds of puzzle games and one-player kinds of puzzle games are very different kinds of puzzle games. This is far more of the sort of, sit and philosophize style of puzzle game.
It's an actual puzzle, basically.
Yeah. Can I
Like, instead of, like, having to think on your feet and also get really lucky, this is actually, like, carefully figuring shit out.
Yeah. Oh, come on, let me go. Speaking of carefully figuring things out, I sure as hell am not doing that. Maybe I'm starting from the wrong side. Maybe I need to start down there and then do something with that. I mean, the problem is exactly the same, so I don't know why I think this would be better. It's symmetrical.
Did they mean for this to look phallic as it does?
Almost certainly. That being said, we might be into the consult a doctor region of phallic imagery. Oh, that was a mistake.
If your fountain is squirting for more than 4 hours...
I mean, the fact that I have not even considered how to use the double bonder yet suggests that I am not doing anything right. I'm gonna do the just poke around and hope you get lucky strategy. That one always works out. Again, you're not contributing a lot.
This is Wheatley style puzzle solving. Brute force.
If I do this... No, then I can't get through there. Dang that thing. If I do this, then I still can't. Why would I think that would make any difference?
This is akin to the strategy of getting a Rubik's Cube, and instead of any real strategy, you just keep turning at random, and eventually you will get all of it matched.
Are you aware of the show Penn and Teller's Fool Us?
You mean... Wait, am I allowed to say the N-word? I mean, not E-N-D word of bowl...
No, it's not that show. It's a different show.
Oh.
It's a current show. It is an ongoing show in which they get magicians to do magic acts for them. And then if they, if the act fools Penn and Teller, then they get to, like, perform on stage with them, for, like, a, at their Las Vegas show. Anyway, the relevant thing is you were mentioning Rubik's Cubes, and a magician, I think in, like, the first season, fairly early on, fooled them with Rubik's Cube magic, but it was so clearly, like, there's no trick here. He's just very good at Rubik's Cubes. Like, it was literally just, he did a lot of Rubik's Cube tricks very, very quickly, and apparently that was enough to fool them.
Well, you see, you have to apply this particular algorithm to this configuration, and you win.
Well, so he did a lot of things that was like, he would throw Rubik's Cube, or like he juggled Rubik's Cubes at one point, and he was like solving them while juggling them. And that's very impressive, but I don't think that's a magic trick. That's just very, very good Rubik's Cube solving.
I mean, what is a magic trick?
What is Diablon? Sorry, I had a moment there.
What is the Caco Demon?
Can I... No, that doesn't work. I mean, this position feels like it should help in some way, but it helps in no way. It helps in no way. In no way does this help.
So, have you gotten the chance to play a bootleg that, like, you unironically enjoy as a game?
I think Barver Battle Saga. It's not like it's not like a top 10, but it was a good game.
Huh.
So
I played like.
I
Sorry,
think there's some disagreement terminology wise about what qualifies as a bootleg, and I call that a bootleg because it was not made with permission by Sega, even though it doesn't use any existing like universe or like any narrative universe or anything. But some people would say that's not a bootleg, it's just a unlicensed game or something.
I would call it a bootleg just because.
How? Just how? just how?
Tip: if you're having a hard time solving puzzles, get better at the puzzles.
Get good, scrub. You know what? The first time that there happens to be a guest commentator on Sokobond, and your advice, tongue in cheek, and yet still the most helpful advice you could offer is, are you having trouble with the puzzles? How about you get good? Try harder.
Wait,
maybe if you think
I'm the
really,
only
really
guess
hard.
you've ever had for Sokobond.
Yeah. I don't have, so this is a new I'm trying as a new style, having guest commentators and swapping them out week to week, and we're going to see what happens, except that only 2 people have volunteered, so it's going to really fail fast.
You're just going to be flipping a coin to see if you get one chuckle head or another. I stopped myself.
That is precisely what happened this week, yes.
Whose presents are you gonna suffer next? Mine or whoever else volunteered?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What, Sonic volunteered?
Yep, that's right. Hey, Yahweasel, let's play a game. Come on, game, no!
Wow, look at all these bootlegs! Here's a tip. If you're bad at bootlegs, just get better at them. The physics aren't bad, you're just bad at them.
I want to collect all of those tip scenes in the 128 by 128 Sonic Unleashed and just like sprinkle them into other videos. It's just like, tip! You don't need to jump, moron! Tip, if you're going too fast, try slowing down. Tip, if you're not going fast enough, try going faster.
And like I think getting that text from the game would be like trivially easy with a hex editor, so you could do that.
Oh, I can just use the recorded footage and just chroma key out the background and stick it on anything I want.
Yeah, but consider there might have been plenty more gems that you didn't get to see.
Oh yeah, who knows what tips I missed? What other brilliant tips whoever wrote those has for me?
If you keep getting hit, try dodging.
The jump button makes you jump. The Sonic berries taste like Sonic berries. This is the point I keep getting to, that I feel like something should be doable, but it's not. There's nothing I can do with this.
The dildo fountain has stumped thee.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I'm doing these long playthroughs of Sokobond now, because I knew full well that I would not figure anything out. I think, in fact, I don't have a choice. This is the only level I can play. I have to figure it out. This is it.
I have no clue, and I must solve.
Come on, game. Game, why? Game, no. No, game. Game, please.
If a puzzle's hard, try thinking more.
If you've done too many moves, try doing fewer moves. If you already attached a hydrogen and it's in the wrong place, try not attaching the hydrogen. So there's been a lot of times when I've said, like, this is gonna become part of my joked that this would become part of my regular commentary, like Mr. Wizard being every gun and medicine inverters for all weapons. I feel like stupid tips could actually stick.
Mr. Wizard was a god in Might and Magic 3.
A gun.
God, gun, same thing in America.
Yes, in Tomb Raider, NES bootleg. At one point, Lara Croft, in a genuinely kind of like good and amusing line, calls her gun Mr. Wizard to threaten somebody. I mean, what would I do here? Oh, come on, game, please. Game, why do you do these things to me? Like, is there something I can do up here that I'm missing? Game!
I will remain here to be the peanut gallery to your suffering. If your disc is stuck, try cleaning it.
If your phone isn't working, try putting it in the dishwasher. If we're doing terrible tips, how about terrible tips that are terrible for other reasons? Like, if your phone isn't responding, put it in the dishwasher.
Only drink water if it's a funny color. That's how you know it's got all the vitamins and nutrients.
You know those bottles under the sink? That's where your parents hide the juice. Wait, what do kids want to drink? That's where your parents hide the soda.
I mean, one streamer's already done that with Tide Pods.
I mean, God, I
It's
forgot
not
about
that
the
far
Tide Pod
removed.
phenomenon. And nowadays you can get Tide Pod whiskey. So there you go. And BitVanBite in chat has immediately also noticed the phallic nature of this particular puzzle shape.
We are hardwired to see dicks and everything.
Hardwired. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey! Deep deep doom doom doom.
Excuse me, it's a nuke, says BitVanBite in chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just repeating the same things over and over again, and shockingly, it's not making any goddamn progress.
That's the definition of insanity. To be less insane, try being saner. You could do that joke, like, endlessly.
It's really, like... If you're not destroying the enemies, try hitting them more. If you're taking damage, try not to get hit. Wait, no, that's wrong. I needed to do this.
If what you're trying isn't working, try something different.
Well, that's just the generic version of all of those tips. If you're doing the wrong thing, do a different thing. Oh! Oh! Oh!
If you're...
Oh! Oh! That doesn't work. Never mind. I was hoping I could nudge. I wanted to use one of the hydrogens to nudge the other one, but you can't get it to the right angle, because anything that gets it to the right angle leaves you stuck. Except this! Except this! Except that! No. I was about to say, did I just make progress? No, I did not. But... This... Then not that. Then... This... Then... Something different from what's happening right now. Wait, no. Okay, so the last one needs to be up there. But I think that was the right concept if I had just started up here. Oh, but it can only nudge... Oh, no game, please.
So, like, what's your definition of, like, an obscure game that would qualify?
There is no consistent definition. My definition is, if I consider it to be obscure, it's obscure.
So, basically, whatever you find interesting enough.
Yeah, because the thing is, there are definitely games that are obscure, but not for a reason that's interesting enough. Like, there has to be a reason for it to be obscure beyond just that it's a shitty game. So, like, there's tons of Android games that are just trash. And you know, like, okay, they are obscure, but come on. Like, that's not really the genre of the channel. There has to be a reason for it to be obscure beyond just being a shitty game. Dang it, but that does that. Why? Which game were you?
I mean, I have, like...
Wait! Is this right? Is this... No, not quite! Wait! This feels really close. If I could just not do that... No, how do I get that there? No game! No, I'm so close, but so far. I'm on the wrong side. And I can't get it.
I enjoy your suffering. There's only so many variations I can say on that statement.
I feel like I was so close, but I'm definitely stuck in a way that I couldn't have made progress from there.
If you're on the wrong side, try getting on the other one.
Try doing it the other way. If you're doing it wrong, try doing it right. I can only nudge that one. Which means somehow I have to figure out how to get out of here on the right side. That would have worked if you hadn't pushed the top left hydrogen up, says Unsinkable Name in chat. But I think I wasn't forced to. Why did I think I was forced to do that? I just early on thought that would make sense. But nothing is forcing me to do it. I just chose to because I'm an imbecile. Oh my god. Thank you, Unsinkable Name in chat. You just rescued me. I really railroaded myself there. Ethylene was used as an anesthetic, but we've switched to ones that don't catch fire. Ha ha! That's called explosion lung. It's not. Oh, this one looks nasty. Well, that's completely wrong. Just like every aspect of what I just did was a mistake.
This one I'm seeing as a really stoned ass crab with massive pinchers.
Okay.
It's the alternative to saying I see a nutsack.
Is it though? Because again, consult a doctor. How do I do this? I don't think there's any...
If you're sick, get medical attention.
If you're sick, stop being sick. Unless you're sick. Thanks, Sonic. Thanks for the tips. Do I need to get the hydrogen first? Ew, is this a totally different molecule than I thought it was? No, because then I'm trapped. Never mind. Okay, that's bad. No, definitely not that. So I don't know if you're perceiving my dilemma here, but I am trying to get the nitrogen attached to the other oxygen, because I think that's the way they need to go. And failing, because the angle is wrong. But maybe it is like this. I mean... Perfect. Flawless. This can't be right. This just can't be right. This is entirely wrong. It must be the nitrogen that attaches to the hydrogen. And also to the oxygen? No, it must be the... But that makes no, nothing makes any sense. I think it has to be like this. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Wait, I need to think about how these bonds can possibly work. Otherwise, I'm not going to figure anything out. Van Biden chat says it makes new sense, as in N-O-O-H. Indeed, that makes new sense.
Winnie the New.
Okay, so if the two oxygens bind to each other, then they each have one extra binding spot. But that would mean the hydrogen would have to bond to one of them. Which doesn't make any sense, because then you can't possibly use the extra nitrogen bonds. So instead, maybe it goes like O-N-O-H? And the double bond is between the oxygen and the nitrogen? It's... Oh no! In which case, I do need to attach the nitrogen to the oxygen, which is what I more or less figured out before. Except for how to do that. If I do this, I can't get out, so that's not helpful. If I do this, I can get out! But I then can't do anything, I'm stuck. Okay, double bond immediately. No, there's no way of attaching to that. No, game, please. Oh, video game. Video game, no. I mean, the only way I can find... No, game, please, please. Everything's fine.
If the game's too hard, beg it to be easier.
If the game's too hard, pray to whatever god you believe in. Yeah, and this way. Well, is this better? No, because I still can't get that. Okay, let's not do the double bond. No, the double bond's gotta be early because there's no room otherwise. It's this tiny little space. Game. Oh, game. I would just like to state unequivocally is the statement, is the word I was going for. I'd just like to state unequivocally that I love this game. I may sound like I'm suffering, and I am, but I emphatically love this game.
It hurts so good.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 nitrous acid. Nitrous acid can be used to destroy potentially explosive sodium azide solutions.
You won!
Oh, thank you, Alan Hazelden and Harry Lee. Oh, and Ryan Roth, and actually, thanks a lot, Ryan Roth. That's genuinely great music that works really well. And Dom Camus and Rory O'Sullivan. That's a rare name. Starring. This is definitely like the same enemies sort of scroll as Super Mario World at the end. Are you attempting to pronounce all of these as their chemical name? Bishydroxylamine, hydrazine, ethanol. Is it gonna show? Ooh, you better show unknown molecule, the one I found. It should remember that I found that unknown molecule and throw it at the end. Tetraoxygen, carbon dioxide, diazine. Never speak again. Ethylene dione. Isocyanic acid. Nitroxyl. Nitrous acid. I'm just reading the names of chemicals at this point. I'm just so glad to have won. Acetic acid. Dimethyl ether. Ooh, that's a fancy molecule. I mean, I must have made it at some point. Dioxetane. Cyanogen. Definitely something you should eat. Ethylene. Formaldehyde, again with the eating. Triazine. Show me that, literally, I'm watching these credits because I'm praying that it will remember I got an unknown molecule and try. Nitrosyl cyanide, isopropyl alcohol, hydrogen cyanide. Eat this. Hipponitrous acid, cyanamide. We had cyanamine, I think, up there. Carbonic acid. Oxamide, probably. Glyoxal? Boy, I don't know the names of any of these. Acetylenediol. Hydrogen, our good friend. Trioxidane. Urea! Eureka! It's urea! Acetonitrile. I hope somebody who knows chemicals is enjoying how terrible I am at pronouncing all of these. Methanediol and helium. Give me the unknown molecule. Acknowledge that. Oh. No! 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 No!